famous music is. Um, One of my friends was multiracial, just like well, just, we all multiracial over here in the United States, but he acknowledged my multiracial roots, and he's a first generation, like both his parents, one pure black and one from Africa, one pure from Ireland, and he was the my other social media site, he tagged me in on this multiracial singer, and who's biracial. Anybody know Phil Lynott? Phil Lynott, excuse me. Boys in back in town. Boys in back in town. Okay. Thin Lizzy. Anybody a rocker know Thin Lizzy? Yes. Okay. Well, he was partially black. There's an artist that said his father either from Ghana or either from Brazil, and his mother was Irish. Okay, he was born in England, and and I remember how I found out about him because I before my friend who's part African, part Irish told me this because I back in 2003, because I knew Boys in back in time when I was 5 years old, but I didn't know it was a brother singing that song. You know what I'm saying? I did not know that. It was some white dudes. I did not know that because how I knew about that song. Let me tell you how I learned that song. Because I was just lost in Whitney Houston and Don Ross, okay? You know what I'm saying? And later on Madonna and Wham, okay? That's back in the 80s, okay? Um, who know Michael Hayes? Remember the Southern Wrestling before it became WWF, before WWE, before it was WWF, WWE, before it was WWF, on them with Paul Bosh. Anybody from Houston know this? Anybody from the Southern Wrestling, Teddy Bias and all them, Missy Link and uh I like the high yellow bone chick. She was a fighter, a white lady, Missy High. What's the yellow bone chick name? Dar Johnny, Johnny, all them Missy High, Missy Link, all them wrestlers. Okay. Yeah, before I started watching Glow Guards Lady Wrestling, the real wrestler I saw was Dar Johnny and Missy High, the blonde head. These are fight all time, cap all time. Okay. Well, and Michael Hayes, um, I ain't know he used to bring the Confederate flag into the ring, but Michael Hayes was fighting that. He used to be in WCW and also now he in WWE, commenting on all that stuff with Jimmy Ross and all that. Jim Ross was on there from WWE. He was on the Southern Wrestling with Paul Bosh down here in Houston. He used to fight at the Coliseum. The Coliseum was tore down. Okay, I hate when they take up stuff that we used to do back in the day. See, young people who born in 1990s don't know about that. I'm born 79. Okay, anyway. My grandpa, a big wrestling fan. I always had a bunch of VHS video tapes of wrestling all the time. Saturday night and Sunday night, I think. I'm 39, channel 39. And when I remember when I was a little boy, I didn't like Michael Hayes. Not because he's a character with a rubber flag in there, but he was fighting against the wrestler that I love, Dar Johnny. Dar Johnny was a yellow bone chick, and she was a cat, she was the manager of Miss. She was Slater. She was with Slater. Then she later on changed to Missy Lake. Okay. And she was getting cat fights. Well, I couldn't stand it. What's her name? The blonde lady. What's her name? Missy High. Missy High. I couldn't stand her. Well, I couldn't stand Missy High. And daughter be fighting. So one time, Sunshine is another blonde lady. Ain't Sunshine. She was with Michael Hayes. And I always told my grandpa, can we go to California so we can see them fight? Because I'm a cat fight. I don't see we can fight. Okay? Then before I saw Glow Guards later wrestling. Okay? So one time Michael Hayes had saying, boys in back in town. So when I heard something, I don't like that song, a little boy. You know what I'm saying? He bad, he on the bad side. Well, as I grow older, I found out it was not Michael Hayes singing that song. Cause when I saw Full House and Jesse, Jesse, John Stamos, Stamos character, was a rocker. Boys, I'm back in town. And I said, it cannot be Michael Hayes because they ain't no known rockers. You don't see them on MTV and like that. So I'm like, when I was, this how I found Phil Lynott. Phil Lynott. I'm on the internet, 2003, and I actually stumbled over some dead celebrity sites. Dead celebrity had Tupac on there. They had Elvis. They had Biggie. They had Did they have Leo? I don't think they had Leo on there. They had Selena. They had all these this, and they found Phil Lynott. And they had Jimi Hendrix. Okay, I also found Jimmy. According to that side, they had Jimi Hendrix was also part Mexican besides Irish and Black and Cherokee. They mentioned Phil Lynott. I said, well, I gotta tell my friends, my mixed friends online about this dude. And when I heard Boys in Back of Time, I said, wait a minute, I was blown away. You telling me this part Irish brother sang this song? Didn't I know about that? The reason why is because, of course, they was famous in rock and roll history. I mean, I never saw him on MTV. Maybe I was too little boy to watch, but we didn't have cable to 90. No, it's 1988. So he was dead when I was 6 years old because he's actually 30 years older than me. Because I'm 179. We're both Leos, okay? His birthday is not that far from mine. Um, it's like Madonna's, okay? And so we both August, and he's 49, 1949, and I was born 1979. And he was, he was both Leo. I did not know that. What I found out is that he died of a drug overdose. Um, and of course, my family was not too much a rock family, unless you was the bebop, bop, bop, that type rock, you know what I'm saying? But I was shocked. I said, we don't talk about this brother, this mixed race brother. We don't talk about him because we know about Mariah Carey and Prince and Paul Abdul, you know what I'm saying? Van T and all that. The ones who openly know, and of course, me as the African American and the white community too, like Dolly Parton, she's part Cherokee. We found that later on. But Burt Reynolds, that's why he's so tan. Well, he do get tan, but still he more darker naturally. The dark eyes, and so, so that's because I read about multiracial people. Because in Hollywood, it's a bunch of them. You might, oh, they white, they not mixed. Oh, they black, they not mixed. That's not true. You got to do more research about their family tree. And they don't only mention in their biography, autobiography, in their books and stuff about what their family came from. Like Donna Ross, she's part of the American. You know what I'm saying? So when I found out that this man, I said, this is so sad. Nobody don't talk about Bill Laden. And I said, if I ever become a director, just like Angela Bassett, because before Angela Bassett directed Whitney movie, and that's one of my second love. That's my second love, and one of mine. It was my second love. Whitney Houston was my second love, and she died of drugs as well, and also drinking alcohol. It was not no Illuminati, y'all. She was, because I'm bipolar. I know this. Because when I in the past tried to drink something, I could not take the medication that night. So not supposed to tell nobody that, but still, yeah, okay. But you're not supposed to drink and like antidepressants. You're not supposed to take that and drink alcohol with like she was in the tub. Okay, that's how she died, along with some cocaine. They probably later on that day. So the point is, she also passed away, and so before Whitney died and everything, I said I would love to do a movie about this man. If I ever become a famous singer at the model, bilingual at the model, should I say, and then if I come much money to go become a director, I want to do a movie. Who I would have to pick somebody. I knew some people. I knew some brothers. The high yellow brother can play this man, but if they can't act real good with the find do a search like they did with Selena movie. Okay, Jeff Lopez finally got chosen when they did all the searches for try to play Selena. So I always wanted to do a movie about that. Man. And when this man brought him up, I forgot this man was born in a Leo time, and also too, he died when I was in Christmas time on Christmas I think when he was 36 years old. I was 6 years old. So this is something, and you know, I don't know. I can't dictate what the spirit world says, and I'm not no speechless, although psychic stuff, I'm believing it. But sometimes you feel a moment that the people are dead, if they are up there and with God, even though he did overdose, you never know that he might have said, I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me, whatever. You know, he asking, because the spirits, they don't just die, the body's dead, but the spirits that they're in heaven, they do, even Revelation chapter 5 and 6, 5 and 6 and 8, talks about them praying for us. So they do that. They know that in the Hebrews talk about their cloud of witnesses. So sometimes I feel that this man sometimes not being psychiatric, just being a schizophrenic person, but sometimes I feel that he had that feeling that they like called him to do this type of thing, let their memory be known, because they have a statue of him in Ireland, but we don't hardly hear about him. We don't hardly hear about Philip Ireland, and it's sad. He actually won the Rockers, besides Jimi Hendrix, of African descent, should I say, because he was an American. Um, in rock and roll, there was metal, okay? Um, and you hear about like Afro punk. I remember one of my videos talk about Afro punk. Afro punk is a site about people of African descent who like rock and roll music, and it's so funny that people say that white folks stole rock and roll, but who gave it up? I always ask that question: who the one gave it up? And even like if you go to Tina Turner concert, she don't give up her rock and roll. You see mostly white people at her concerts. Jimi Hendrix been doing the real, of course she had some people African American, and I don't know if they were passed and they looked white or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, we don't look alike, but, we mixed up in race and everything, but you mostly see white people, white, you know what I'm saying? And you might see some Hispanics, some Asian, whatever. And I don't blame too much the white company. Why did we didn't keep doing rock and roll during the 60s and the 70s? Now, I'm not saying to get off of them drugs. We see what happened with Phil Nottingham and all the rest of them, Elvis, and, we ain't all them people down not to get on drugs. I mean, it's one thing. I was shocked when Gene, what's the guy from Kiss? Gene, what I'm talking about, the guy. Okay, yeah, I can't do his tongue. The head singer of Kiss. He told Wendy Williams he never done drugs and never drank. I'm like, what the heck? And he's still living. He said he didn't want to embarrass his mother, and he was actually a Jew. So I was shocked about it. He was Jewish. But yeah, and he was Diana Ross, by the way. I found out on the end there too. I mean, actually from the book that he was the Diana Ross. I was like, what? I ain't not know Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons. I'm correct. You said Diana Ross. Did not know that. They're probably a good couple. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't drinking and drinking on that, well, I don't know. They broke up for some reason. Anyway, but I would like to do a movie about Phil Nyland, and it'll be uh in like I said, I don't know if I would do a Lifetime special, because I mean Whitney, like I said, it was okay, but I would not like be like Angela Bassett. I'm not gonna focus on the drug use of that person like she did with Whitney Houston and Bobby. Um, and then when Williams and the executive producer, they focus on R. Kelly, on Aaliyah situation, and they actually do give it credit. They went from her childhood, okay. So, but they focus too much about their relationship. That's one thing, and I don't want, if I want to do a film online, I will mention drug use of. I want to know about his childhood, how he grew up as a biracial person, how did he became a rocker, what elevated, what motivated him, um, the crowd, how he beat the color barrier, should I say, uh, stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't bring up the drugs, but I don't want to be the main focus of the movie, because like Whitney Houston's movie, that was the main focus about their drug use and Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to hit, like, for example, I want when she joined church, when she started when she singing in the choir at the Baptist church over there in New York, in New York, not New York, in Newark, New Jersey. When she became a model, when she went to Catholic school, when she this and that. I want to know when she saw Rita Franklin as a little girl, and that inspired her to become a singer. And you know what I'm saying, and seeing her mother sing for Elvis Presley, her cousin Dionne Warwick, and also too what's her name, Aretha Franklin. I wanted to see him, her her goddaughter, her godmother, excuse me. I want to know about that. Then get to the drug part. I want when she got her first record deal with Clyde Davis. That's exactly what I want to know about. So I want to just give you any. That's what I want. So I don't want, if I did a movie about, I don't want to focus on um And then one of the boys in back of town, his hits, his concert, how they outsell concerts, and then we can mention the drug part. But I don't want to be the main focus of his death. But if you want, I do want to give a message due to the fact that those who want to become a singer, actor, model, to not get into drugs and start becoming drunkards and alcohol, because I don't disagree with drinking. I disagree with getting drunk. That's a different story. When I drank in the past, like when I talk about the grooves, Houston, I didn't get drunk. Okay, I don't believe in that. Okay, so my Savior Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, anybody's stupid interpretation. I don't believe in. No offense to you, but I don't believe in the. He did not drink no drugs. He drank wine. Okay, he turned water wine. Okay, so I'm not gonna get no argument. They don't come down on my channel because I will block you. But point is, my channel, my world. Anyway, he drank in moderation, so I do believe it's okay to drink in moderation. Only thing I will admit that I don't do out of moderation is eat a lot of sweets, and I ate. I had made a French vanilla cake with sprinkles, white frosting and sprinkles on it because I bought from Dollar Tree when it was closing up on the east side. So when I put it, I baked it with I baked it Sunday? No, Saturday. Yeah, I baked it Saturday. But I baked Saturday. I baked the cake Saturday. But the problem is, it's gone. Today's Monday, and I gotta finish up this video because I gotta do some schoolwork online. But what do you think about um Phil Nyland's life being told, and who you think will play the role? Um, and like I said, I'm not a director, but I would love to work with Vin Diesel or something to learn to get some heads up out, because I always watch documentaries, not documentaries, but bio movies, what you want to call them. And I always wanted to direct a movie. And I said at first when I was a little boy, I always wanted to write a story about a biography, but it's too much work to write. But I'm like a vision person, so I like to put um a movie, do a movie, uh, direct and everything, and two. But the problem is I have a new doctor tomorrow. I gotta get ready for that. I would like to see if this new doctor or whatever doctor in the future will give me a medication. I won't be so sleepy in the morning, so I won't oversleep. Because if I got cast members to gotta do their work, I won't oversleep. When it's bipolar disorder. But that's why I had to let y'all know. What would you feel about Phil Lyman's biopic be put on TV, or do you want to see a motion picture of the movie? Do you want to see, um, do you want to do you who you think? I mean, I wouldn't pick Prince because Prince is old. He does look, he is physical, he just look young, But still, who would you think? Uh, let's see. There was one guy. I mean, I would say the guy that played the one that's bald head now. I can't think of his name. He played Lil Ricky in Full House, and he's biracial by the way. He mixed by the way. Um, I would say Shamar Moore. I'm trying to be kosher, but the fellows were lighter than that, like olive skin. And I don't know about him. Shamar, of course he's part white, but I'm just saying still. I pick some because I'm very particular about the person, what they look like, um, and yeah, I am. I mean, I just can't tell anything. I mean, for example, even though we're gonna use this, for example, Dangerous Minds. Michelle Pfeiffer did a good job, but when I saw the lady who asked you she would play, I said, wait, but she ain't no blonde haired woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm always very particular about the person look exactly or made up to look exact that person to be the character, because you're telling the story and you want your artist to feel the real, even though it's a fake of the theatrical part, but it's real to the audience. That's how I am. I don't want to get a person like, for example, they pick somebody who like Jodeci from JoJo from Jodeci, um, to play R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? And he picked somebody like Vivica A. Fox to play Missy on on Aaliyah. They ain't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very petite about what a person has to look like. So it goes to any color, no matter what the race. For example, I was like I say, when I saw Michelle Pfeiffer movie in Dangerous Minds, and I actually saw the lady who was playing. First, I didn't see no tattoos on Michelle's arms. You know what I'm saying? Why she? Because you want. if I was the director, what I have done, I would when she dyed her hair, like well, she did a good job, and why she wanted. I mean, even though I felt that Precious should have won. Uh, Gabrielle Sadove, yeah, Sadove, to play Precious should have won the Academy Award. But what's her name? Sandra Bullock. She dyed her hair blonde to play that woman. She ain't going on blue head when they want to play the football players adopted mother. You know what I'm saying? She got a hair blonde. She talked with a country accent. I mean, she actually did it. So that's something very particular about a person what they look like. With like Jennifer Lopez, she don't look exactly like Selena, but she have a still resemblance, and they made her look. They made her look up. They put a wig on her, and because some of remember she had long hair, okay? Jennifer had long hair, but some parts she had, like when Selena wore her hair short, she wore a wig. They might have put some weave in her hair, made some pieces. I know they did to John Seda. John Seda had short hair to play Chris Perez. They gave him a curly wig, and he put some weave in his hair to make him look like Chris Perez. Um, P.S. DeVito, P.S. DeVito, sorry, why I keep messing up his name? P.S. DeVito, P.S. DeVito was the one with the long hair that it was like seen back up for Selena sometime. Okay, after the movie, after she had died, he had cut his hair. Yes, he did. So when he was doing the movie playing himself, because I followed Selena since I know who P.S. DeVito is. He was on Selena Live album. Okay, he had a mohawk, right? His hair was to here to down here, okay? When he had played the movie Selena, like he said, I was learning Spanish at the time, so I couldn't understand, but I think he was telling at the time, back when I was 16, 17, 17? Yeah, 17, 16? Yeah, 17, he went like this. He had a weave in his hair to where he looked like himself like he was when he was Selena. Now, of course, his hair is like a Michael Jackson like cut now, and it's his hair, okay. But when he was playing the movie Selena back in '96, his hair his hair was cut because remember he did two songs after his last album, Como Te Extraño. Como Te Extraño was a song about Selena's about his mother, right? About his mother, grandmother thing, and Selena's dad. And going on is how much I miss you. So when he played him before he did all that, she died, he had long hair, his own hair. But after she died, he became the final couple of videos. He cut his hair. I remember one time he slicked his hair when he was on Tejano Country back in '96. So they add some weave in his hair in order him to play himself back in the day. So my point is, when I'm doing theatrical, I don't want a person who don't look nothing like the character, who are not gonna resemble the character doing the movie. I gotta get somebody who look exactly like. For example, I would say Sean Paul to play him. Or I'm saying Sean Paul wouldn't get no because like I say, Shamar Moore, yeah, he look like but he not there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lion skin, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would get Shamar, you know what I'm saying? So Sean Paul, the Wars was there old, so they cannot play. He died when he was 36 years old, so they in their 50s, they couldn't do it. I'm trying to think, but somebody who can play the role. But then too, I probably would not get Richie, whoever got to play Richie on, because he had them almost shaped eye door fence. I'm not saying he mixed with Asian. He had the woman. This dude got some big eyes. Phil Lynott had some big eyes. He had a gold teeth and he had a curly, not a kinky afro, loose curly afro. It was his own hair. And he was in, so I would get that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very particular on the person what they look like, because I want to, because like this woman had told it was a little girl. She was Caucasian. The other girl was Caucasian on one of the talk shows. I forgot who was talk show back today in the '90s. And it was on my kids audition for film. And the woman had told her, she said, "Don't give up if you don't get the director's position. I mean, directors. If you don't get cast in the movie, because he is not, you didn't do nothing wrong. It's not you not the vision what he sees in the movie. And that's exactly what I am. You know what I'm saying? When I'm directing a movie, I'm telling the story. I'm imagining like exactly what it used to be. I want the character to look exactly like the way it was. So the audience said, "Oh yeah, they look the because when they did Selena movie, they actually picked like they made Countess Marie." Even though she a young woman, they made her look old like Selena's mama and put a red wig on her head because she has long black hair. They cover that black hair up and put a red wig on her head to make her look like she's an old woman playing no offense, I'm not calling Selena mom. No disrespect, in me up. An older woman, should I say, middle-aged woman, should I say, to play Selena's mom, and he made Edward James almost put a bald patch. He had hair. I think did he cut his hair? I think, but they do have a skin patch you can put over. Like I have cornrow braids. If I want a bald, they can put a skin patch, like do a Freddy Krueger type. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood can do a lot of amazing things, y'all. So that's what I would do in the movie was get some people. But I'm trying to think who. Now Sean Paul kind of big eyes like him, so he can look exact. Yeah, but Sean Paul hit about his 40s. Should be. How old is Sean Paul? I don't know. Cause he was 20 something. I was 20 something years old when he was popping up. So I don't know. He probably a little older than I am. But I would get somebody who look young. Cause remember the man died here 36 years old, and I was 6 years old when he died. And I'm make everything look 80s look, you know what I'm saying? MTV, and I mean, he was in the 70s, so you got to consider that was before MTV. MTV was in the 80s, y'all know that. I want my MTV. Don't forget them days. So, and, and I had to get somebody with a English Irish accent to order to play the, because he was like he considered himself Irish. No, he did not his black hairs. No, by citizenship he considered because he was raised in Ireland. I consider myself American. I'm African and French and English. But I'm also native as well. But born there, you know what I'm saying. So Ireland was his homeland because he was born there. He was raised there, but he was actually he was born in England, but he was raised in Ireland. His mother's from Ireland. So, and I would have to put the Christmas tree up because when he died during Christmas Day in '85, at 36 years old. And I'm 35. Oh my God, that mean next year? No, this year I'll be 36. That's something. We're talking about his death right now and his life, and he died. Yes, that was 30 years ago. Mm-mm-mm. Think about that. But sometimes I feel like he has the essence of some sort of like God above allowing these spirits to tell you that you should make a movie about them. Just like when Dr. Daniels, when I mean, I would love to direct Dr. Daniels because like I said, I wish that what's her name had brought her bio, her Bruce up because people always question Dr. Daniels' background, talking about Halle Berry, one drop rule, one drop rule. That's one thing I don't like about her. She loves one drop rule. Cause what's her name? Dardenne was also her mother was Jamaican, Mexican, and a American, and her father was part African. And I'm not even African American. I'm talking about from Africa, African, and part white. So, and that's what I'm saying. And I tell a lot of Hispanic people, they say, "What's she? I didn't know all that." Yes, yes, she was part Mexican. So, what's her name? Halle Berry gonna make one drop this. She wanna be 100% black so bad. Anyway, point in her, she ain't. She got a white mom, a pure white mom. No, is she a mama mix or what? I don't know. But she also related to Sarah Palin, by the way. Her daddy's side, Sarah Palin is related to what's her name? What's her name? Rita Franklin. Yeah, she related with some Franklin. She's supposed to be playing her too, either Jennifer Hudson or her. And then her mama's side she related Sarah Palin. So I mean, therefore, we got that part done. But anyway, she played Darth Danvers, and she said she told Oprah back in the day. I'm watching it was 99, no, 99. She said I feel like Darth Danvers was telling me in the spirit to make me play her, and that's exactly how I feel about directing. Making if I ever want to work with a director, and I'll ask one the person I'll pick is if Vin Diesel has One Race Productions. I want to work with Vin Diesel so bad, and I would like to direct this movie for Bob Lynott. I would like to know about read about more, read his bio. I'm not a book reader. The only book I would tell you that I read from front to cover. It was actually two books. One about the serial killer up there in Kansas, and I think his name Robinson. Was it John Robinson? What was his name? You ever heard I'm talking about? Yeah, in Kansas, Missouri. Yeah, and back in 2004 in Job Corps, and I read Superhead book Confession of a Vixen. Yeah, yeah, I did. I read that book from front back to cover. I wrote everything. I read everything about that hell of a book. So that's the only book I read. I mean, I read some books from chapters and then that, include the word and everything, but never wrote it back to cover. So that's what I would like to have to read his book Cause I mean, I do. I would go ahead and admit when I'm not. When I get bored reading a long book, and that's any book, okay. Superhead book about. I mean, that was something because everybody was hyping top out, and then too, when I was in Job Corps, that was very bored when I didn't have no TV in my room. I felt like Sister Act what's her name from Sister Act? What's the girl? What's her name? What's her name? What we go over respect, when she was in the convent. So I said, I'm gonna read some book. I said something interesting about serial killers. Oh, I gotta read about this. I always want to do movies about serial killers too. Read about serial killers about how and I always wanted if I even if I choose to take besides because I'm taking entrepreneurship right now in college. If I do want to take psychiatry and psychology both in the future, if I ever choose to, I would like to know about what is in their mindset. And I know I'm bipolar, but I don't, the people that are my enemies are those who do wrong to me and who also try to do harm to me. And that's some of the time I want to break out and do something they do in defense, in self-defense, but not to go out there to innocent person who, and do something to them. That's completely wrong. But but the point is, I would like to know about serial killers, what their point, what makes them tick, but why they want to kill innocent people. You know what I'm saying? Because the John Robinson was it John Robinson? John, I forgot. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't know the man's name, but he was out there, whatever his name is. I think his name was John Jack, John Robinson, whatever his name is. He was the serial killer in Kansas and in Missouri. I wrote that book from front back to cover. It was I mean, that was the first time me ever reading a book in 3 days. I never done that in my life. So and I was bored, so I said, I'm gonna read this because the Apostle Library came over there. So anyway, but when I in 2006, before I took a second read class in my son's semester in Apostle Community College, I read Confession of a Vixen by Kareem Stephens, and I read. It was a couple of days I had read even, and there were days I do my schoolwork and then read a book, and I was like, ooh, I read everything about this woman's life. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talking about all the mean, she being, we, and all this, and then too, I felt a superhead about what the abuse that she was going through because I went to a similar situation with my family. But and I was glad that she got away from her mom and went to Arizona. So got away from and I don't know why her dad would choose his wife over Superhead. I mean, I would never. If my daughter was in that situation, to change the subject about Phil Loudon, if my daughter was in a abusive situation or she was dealing with some situation, I'm not gonna kick my daughter out because my wife, her stepmom, by the way, don't like her. I don't like this. Like a Cinderella story to me. But point was no silver. But you know what I'm saying? But she went down there and became famous. One thing she got on them drugs, just like Phil. Like, don't get on them drugs, y'all. Leave them drugs alone. So including weed. But anyway, but point is, that's what I read. So I would like to read his bio. I would like to know what stuff he went through, all his stuff, so I can write a book. I mean, do a movie about him. And I don't know about putting it on Lifetime because I would do a better job than both of the movies about Whitney and Leah. Like the Whitney was much better, but the one that was lacking is about her childhood. I want to know about her childhood, about her being a model, about her singing at church, about her going to parochial school, about this and that, about her meeting Clyde Davis, about her singing. She's one thing before that. Homegirl, Whitney Houston seen back up for Shaka Khan. Okay, so yeah, she seen back up for Shaka Khan. So I would like to know about that. You know what I'm saying? I want to know about Whitney, her lifestyle, her life before she was on drugs and stuff. And exactly I will bring about Phil out. I was the rock concert. I get somebody who I play guitar. That's one thing I would like to do is to get somebody who would lip sing and know how to who know how to play a guitar. So we can actually have some music on the set. Of course, we had to play a pre-recorded like they did in the movie, whatever. But also, I actually want a live band so we can actually get, what I'm saying, and then we'll put their vocals on, put his vocals on, and they lip sync to it. So that's what I'd like to do. So I mean, it'll be fun, it'll be exciting, it'll be heartbroken. People will cry, people will laugh, they will party and talk down music. That's what I like to put. I want something they will bring some thrill and people were like, yes, this is. I love that movie. I'll watch it again. You know what I'm saying? They will put it on their it's a VCR, not VCR. DVR and play it and play it and play it. I'm so old school. We talking about old school rocker, and I'm old VCR. Okay, DVR and put it over. Oh, they buy a DVD, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I now like to work with pros and cons. The pros in Hollywood, especially Vin Diesel, and to get something better. Because I would one thing I will say the movie was not, I mean the Whitney movie was much better than Leah. I didn't like the fact that Whitney they focused on her drug life, and like I said, if I do what I feel like. Besides him getting on drugs, I want to know about when his mom and dad met, and when they met in South America. You know what I'm saying? And then when they had the baby in England, him talking about, how he grew up, how he faced adversity by his multiracial background, by he wanted his interest in music, how he played the guitar, how his uncle, I read on Wikipedia, how his uncle got introduced into music. He got a record deal. He went, to here in the United States, to England, to the UK, to Ireland. That's why I put on there. I want the record set, everybody cheering, put some extras on there, everybody have fun on the set and everything. Okay? And that's exactly what I was doing. Then I'll bring the drug part in. Then I'll bring and he was married. Also, his let me go to the YouTube thing. Oh Jesus. I forgot his son is in the entertainment industry as well. He was adopted. So I'll bring somebody, show their part, and then I'll bring his two daughters. He have daughters, one after me, and they born between my years. She was one. The first daughter was born in '78. Then the other one born in '80. So they about my age, okay? So I'll bring that, and also I like to interview them before I do the movie. How's your daddy? How y'all? Miss? How y'all miss? I know it's a tragic situation, but I'm making a movie so in the memory of your dad's death, and this is 30 years of his death, and December will be 30 years, and it's so funny. 30 years, and I'll be 36. He died in 36. I was 6 years old. 49 and 79 and Leo days. All right. Anyway, that's enough. I don't have anything.